The icon comes back from injury, but that's not what you're here to talk about. It is the final week of Season 13A. We have an Enriquez Brothers battle. Tim's 80s Knights, well, half of his, and then Greg? I think it's Greg. There's been a couple Enriquez Brothers over the years, but Greg's team taking each other on. Tim's the 80s Knights or whatever, they're 7-0. They've already clinched their division. The UTOK Beatings are 4-3 and have clinched a wild card spot. But it's brother versus brother, an undefeated season on the line. Let's see what happens. I am the Measuring Stick, Mike Petrosic on commentary. We got a first down. The Beatings are on offense. Memeplex. I think that was Mr. Perfect's finisher. I'm not positive, though. That or the Perfect Plex. Loving the colors. Green and yellow, just like the Packers. Big fan. A lot of teams here in Green Bay with that. The Packers, my alma mater, they're Schwabenon High School. St. Norbert College is green and yellow. Preble High School, green and yellow. A lot of teams paying homage to the Packers. The UTOK Beatings is one of them. Check down to Path. He's got the first down. Breaks a tackle down around the 25-yard line. The UTOK Beatings just cruising down the field. Hand off the Path. He's got room. Gets to the sideline. Gets a first down. They're in the red zone. They're inside the 10. First and goal from the 9 or maybe the 8. No. Excuse me. They're not in the 10 yet. I apologize. Kevin. Lizard Man Kevin with a sack. He's been a stud in fantasy football this season. Wish I would have drafted him. Last I saw, I was in third place coming into this week, and I wasn't going to catch anyone. So, touchdown, UTOK Beatings. The Path with the touchdown. Another season of fantasy football victory eludes me. I'm not going to be able to put what I wanted on the blimp, but congrats to whoever ends up winning it. Either Bobby or probably Jobber will end up winning it. He had a pretty solid team. Just going to kick off Animal, Road Warrior Animal on the return. I'm also digging this purple. This purple vibe is nice. Almost looks like it's purple and black, but it's not quite, but looks pretty slick. Battle Cat gains 9. Love the Battle Cat. I love the alternate reality TOL version more. May he rest in peace. He succumbed to feline AIDS, but that's okay. Big run by Battle Cat. Gets him into the Evil Dave zone. Big first down. I think this is going to be a slugfest. Those Enriquez boys up to no good. 2nd and 5. Optimus Prime. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to be sacked by Q Mother's Day. Oh, an Optimus Prime. He is done. Does that bring in Megatron or who's the backup? It's Battleship. Not a fan of that board game. My wife kicks my ass in that all the time. So here's Battleship. He is sacked by Q Mother's Day. Can't cripple both QBs, so 80s Knights are going to have to settle for a field goal attempt. Here's Sandbox. Kick is up. It's not blocked. May have doinked it right. Oh, but it goes through. So 7-3. UTOK beating. Oh, it's season beatings. Is that? Okay, so that was Mother's Day. Gotcha. They remain in the lead, but only by 4. Here's Icon. The Icon Sting? I don't think so. Memeplex. Hands off the Wheel. Wheel up the gut. Look at Wheel go past the 50. Down to the 40. Huge run up the middle by Wheel. Making the most of the limited run plays that they have. Memeplex drops back. Steps up. Checks down to Path. Path fumbles, and it's recovered by the Knights. Coltrane! Gonna try and take this to the house. Got at least one. They beat that one. Other one's not gonna catch him. Touchdown. A fumble. 6 by the Coltrane. Just like that, now the 80s Knights are on top. Be up 10-7 if they can sink this extra point. It is up. It is through. 10-7, sure enough. Tim takes the lead. with Triple G Greg. I'm pretty sure it's Greg. There's Mark, but Mark did like one season in, I think it was TOL. Oh, the Icon. Injured, done for the day. They drag his lifeless body off the field. That's going to bring in Cast. Cast is going to be doing double duty on the returns. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. T-bone suplex, no, meanplex. Checks down to the wheel. They lose 4. Not a good decision, but was trying to avoid the sack. Meanplex going to pitch out the other way to Wheel. Wheel's got some room. Wheel cuts up the sideline. Wheel's got the first down. A diving miss. Wheel to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touch! Nope. Thought he had it. Down it. They marked it the 1. He's like at the half-yard line. Meanplex out of the shotgun. Defender in their face. Throws into coverage. Incomplete. Just run the ball. Give it to Wheel up the gut. Sure enough, that's what they do. Touchdown. Wheel up the middle. The Wheel gets 6, spikes the ball for good measure, and now they have reclaimed the lead. They are up 13-10. Here's the extra point by Just. It's up. It's not blocked. It's through. 14-10. UTOK beatings. Here's Road Warrior Animal. I was more of a Hawk guy myself, but I can appreciate Animal. First down, Battleship in for the injured Optimus Prime. Hands off the Battle Cat. Battleship the Battle Cat, for those of you keeping score at home. Gain of 8 on that run. Plenty of time. Here's Battle Cat again. Just keep feeding him the rock. Look at him go. All the way to the 31-yard line. 80s Knights working with a short field. Give it to Battle Cat again. And if he gets a condition boost, watch out. Trust me, I know from experience. He is hard to contain, hard to stop. We had quite the battle in last season's championship game. Battle Cat walks in untouched. Good for 6. Touchdown. 80s Knights. This is some back and forth action. This is what I like to see. This is what I tune in for. Unfortunately, more often than not, you don't get it. Kick is up. Kick is good. Let's hope Greg sticks around for next season. He builds on what he's already established, learns a little bit, maybe learns from his brother. It's Dr. Greg Enriquez. Look at Cast go. Cast past midfield. Setting them up nicely. Let's see what they do. Are they going to run or are they going to throw? Meanplex is going to pitch out. There's a blitz. Drop for a loss of 4 on that play. Meanplex again, dropping back. Looking. He's got some options across the middle. Goes for TikTok. TikTok's down at the 30 and they got the first down. Beautiful play. Had options. Waited till the perfect time. Threw the ball. Oh, another blitz. Path is dropped for a loss of 6 on that. 2nd and 16. Here's Meanplex. Heading off to the Wheel up the middle. Wheel only gains a few. 3rd and 13. Be a longish field goal. See what Meanplex does. Everyone's kind of covered. Throws it up to W. Throws the interception. It's drawers. Drawers? Drawers? How do y'all say that word? I'm having some difficulty with that. Gets rid of it. Tries for Battle Cat just to avoid the sack. It's incomplete. Battleship, not his season. He is the backup. Sees limited playing time, but doing the best that he can. It's always nice when you have a running back like Battle Cat that you can kind of lean on. Kind of a safety blanket, a safety valve. A lot of checkdowns, I imagine, if they're not straight out handing the ball to him. First down, Battle Cat makes his way to the 40. We've got 1:25 left in the half. If they want to have a shot at adding to their lead, they're going to start chucking the ball. Here we go. Got Battle Cat across the middle, past midfield, cuts up. They tackle him at the 35-yard line. 1:01 left. Knights take their first timeout. Although it is the 80s part of 80s Knights, the 80s Toys offense. Here's Battle Cat again. Zigzagging through. Couldn't evade that last diver, but does get the first down. They're at the 22-yard line. Here's Battleship. It's a blitz. Oh, Battle Cat dropped in the backfield for a loss of 5. Second timeout. 2nd and 15. We got 36 seconds to go. Hand off to Battle Cat. He bounces off a defender, breaks another tackle. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown! Battle Cat showing his strength. If it were Cringer, I don't know if he would have been able to do it, but since he was Battle Cat, he has the power just like He-Man, and he displayed it for everyone to see. Extra point is up, and it's blocked. Oh, that'll be interesting. That makes it 23-14. 17 seconds left. I don't know if UTOK beatings have the firepower for a moonshot, but we'll see. No, they're just going to hand it off to Wheel Up the Gut. They're content to run out the clock and go to the locker room for the halftime and regroup. They're keeping it competitive. Turnovers have kind of been a problem for them, though. Giving up, what, 14 of those points off of turnovers? 10 for sure. No, they've had a touch. They had the fumble 6 and then that interception. Well, that was, no, so it'd be 14. There's Blinky Smoochie, for those of you that are into that kind of thing. Just with the booming kickoff, Animal's going to take it from the 1. 80s Knight's going to start the second half of the ball. Animal breaks the tackle. He looks like he got a boost. Oh, but he fumbles. And it's recovered by UTOK. Cinco de Mayo takes it all the way to the 29. Excellent starting field position for the UTOK beatings as they try to dig themselves out of a hole, a 9-point hole they find themselves in. Bit of a deficit, but very able to overcome that. It's 3rd and 7. Should probably throw the ball. Meanplex, no, I'm going to give it to the Wheel Up the Gut just fast enough to get the first down. 1st and 10 at the 20, maybe the 19. Meanplex going to tuck and run. Meanplex got the first down. Meanplex got the touchdown. Johnny Meanplex. That sounds like a professional wrestler. Gets the touchdown. And if they can make the extra point, they're only down by 2. Kick is up. It's not blocked. It is through. 23-21. Slim lead for the 80s Knights. Now they get the ball back and a chance to right the wrongs of the fumble on the second half kickoff. Animal's looking really fast, but couldn't hang on to the ball. Battleship. Hands off the Tecmo Bowl. First time we've seen Tecmo Bowl with the ball. They've only got the 1 run play, but it's that, I don't know what the hell, I know the play. It's where the wide receiver 2's the lead blocker. I'd have to look. Anyway, look at Tecmo Bowl. Back-to-back carries. Look at them go. They finally catch up to him, but the damage is done. All the way down to the 13-yard line. Here's a handoff to Battle Cat. Is stopped for a loss of 4. Defense was ready for that. That's why Tecmo Bowl only has the 1 play. He doesn't have the wind. Not a lot of stamina, and I think they knew. Battle Cat, that's all right. He's going to take it to the house for another touchdown. Just like that, if they can make the extra point, they'll be up by 9 again. Here's the kick. Sandbox. Is it blocked? It is not. It is up. It is through. 30-21. UTOK beatings. They got to find an answer for Battle Cat. Can't rely on turnovers. The generosity of the team to give away the ball. Cast. Not that bad of a return. To the 21. Here's Johnny Meanplex. He pitches out the path. Path has got some room. Hits the sideline. Gains 7. I imagine they're going to keep running the ball here. They do. They give it to Path. Goes to the left this time. Has the first down. Hits the sideline. Diver miss. Oh, look at that. Breaks the tackle. Can't break the second one. They wrap him up at about the 28-yard line. Big run by Path, though. Johnny Meanplex hands the wheel. He runs up the middle for a gain of 3. Just kind of chipping away, but before you know it, time's going to be a factor. They need 2 scores. There's a completed pass across the middle to TOK. TOK going to be just short of the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 4. Minute 29 in the 3rd quarter. They need to respond. Here's the pitch out the wheel. He's going to waltz in untouched. Touchdown. The wheel. They are not giving up. They are not giving in. Down by a field goal with the extra point coming. But then the defense needs to do something. Kick is up. Kick is good. 30-28. Will we see another turnover? Will we see Battle Cat just run roughshod over the season's beatings defense? We shall see. Animal doesn't get very far, but he hangs onto the ball, so he's got that going for him. Battleship to Battle Cat. They stop him, but he already gains a handful. When you can gain 4 or 5 yards per carry, you can do a lot of damage. Here's Battle Cat. Easily gets the first down. Breaks the tackle. Breaks another. Third defender able to wrap it around the knees and take him down. They're at the 48, the UTOK 48. Battle Cat again. Just keep feeding him the rock. Just short of the first down. They measure it to be sure, but I could tell from up here he's a yard short. Battleship going to drop back. A rare pass attempt. Defender able to get there. He couldn't get Battle Cat across the middle. 2nd and 10. Battleship gives it to Battle Cat. I should just say ship and cat at this part. At this point, the battle part is redundant. Ship dropping back, looking. Goes to Kit. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying for Kit. I don't know what Kit that is. Oh, and Kwanzaa. Look at Kwanzaa go. Breaking tackles to the 20. I don't think they're going to catch him. It's a pick 6 for Kwanzaa. And UTOK beatings take the lead. Swahili Kwanzaa. All right, the pick 6. Beautiful. See, it's the turnovers. If it weren't for the turnovers, this game might be a blowout in favor of oh, but the extra point is blocked. I guess it doesn't matter. Either way, they'll need the touchdown. But 80s Knights, if it weren't for the turnovers, they might be winning convincingly. A perfect season on the line. Put an asterisk next to it. It's not a real perfect season, but still, if Bobby counts his half-perfect season, Tim can count his. Battleship scrambles, gets the first down. We are in the 4th quarter. We have 4:41 to go. For whatever reason, if you're just tuning into this part of a YouTube video, UTOK, they retook the lead off the strength of a Swahili Kwanzaa pick 6. Battle Cat gets the first down. You almost want to think that they want to just, if they can't stop them, let them score, and then you got time to march down the field. Oh, overthrew the receiver. Defender was there anyway. Sometimes that's the strategy where it's like, just let them through. We need the ball back, and we'll let the offense handle it. Battle Cat stopped short of the first down. 3rd and 2. Big 3rd and 2. Can they get a blitz? Oh, diving sack by Q Mother's Day. That's their 3rd sack. They had injured Optimus Prime before. 2nd time sacking Battleship. They're going to try for the field goal. Kick is up. Is it blocked? It is. Oh, field goal is blocked by Season Mid's Dream. Martin Luther King Day. And they're at midfield with 3:03 left. Wow. Talk about you kind of have to call it a lucky break. Path goes nowhere on that run. Knights take their first timeout. UTOK in control. They just gotta keep moving the ball. They don't necessarily need to score, but if they can take a couple minutes off the clock, even if they get a field goal, then they're up by a touchdown, and the best Knights can do is tie it. Wheel, he's gonna hit the sideline. He breaks the tackle. He's gonna take it to the house. Touchdown! The Wheel, nice run, showing speed and strength, agility to tiptoe the sideline. And they're up by 10. UTOK takes a 10-point lead. Here's the extra point to make it 11. It's up. It's off the upright. It's through. 41-30. UTOK beatings. It's been back and forth, and they kind of fell into a hole, but they've climbed their way out, and they've got a convincing lead with not a lot of time left. Animal takes the kickoff past midfield, so that'll set the offense up nicely. I imagine they're going to go Battle Cat. They do. He's got nothing but room. Cuts back down to the middle instead of going up to the far sideline. He gets the first down. They take their second timeout. They're going to need a quick score and then an onside, and then they got to recover, and then they need 2 touchdowns. Last timeout for the night. It's minute 41 left. They're at the 25. Ship drops back, steps up, he's set. Cue Mother's Day. I mean, there's been a lot of defensive heroes, but 4 sacks and taking out the starting QB. I know backups are just as good this season, but if it's not Kwanzaa, cue Mother's Day. Look at that. Woke Indigenous with the interception. That might be your dagger. They just have 69 seconds. Nice. To kill, to take the victory and spoil the perfect season. They got the first down. Look at that. 50 seconds left. Just don't turn over the ball. Even if they do, they're up by 11. I don't think there's enough time for 80s Knights to make the comeback. This game is over. Look at Path go. Another big first down. 25 seconds. It's all over but the crying. Tim, I'm sorry, but you'll be okay. This may actually work in your favor. Losing a game before the playoffs might be the best thing to happen to you. He's got Wisdom. Oh, wicked Wisdom. Say it with me. That pass was dipped in honey, on the money, and good for 6, and that's going to do it. That is going to seal the victory for the UTOK beatings. Johnny Memeplex, the perfect pass to Wicked Wisdom. As time expires, they're going to kick the extra point, and that'll do it. The final 48-30. UTOK beatings win. They go into the playoffs with some momentum. The perfect season is spoiled, but 248 yards for Battle Cat, 2 picks by Battleship, multiple fumbles, this, that, and the other. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'll talk to you guys next time, or probably next season. This is my last commentary game, I think. Later.